Okay, I'm going to start off with Marlene's Leaving. That's her YouTube channel. Marlene's Life is what it means. But anyway, she'll visit these different places. Most of them are mountain ranges over in Europe. Now, a lot of places I've never heard of. So I'll type it into Google Maps, and it'll come up. It'll say it's Austria or Switzerland or southern Germany, because that's most of where her videos are from. She's done a few other countries, and I think she was in Canada about 4 or 5 years ago. I think she went to Banff. That big national park that Canada's got up there, and why she doesn't come to the U.S. Or you wouldn't want to come to Phoenix in the summertime. Now we've got the U.S. has got some world class ski runs like Lake Tahoe, and there's a bunch up in Colorado. Colorado's got some world famous ski runs. If you want to do some ski runs here in the wintertime. I'm just saying that's something you might think about. But anyway, while I type these places in on Google Maps, they'll come up. They'll always ask you for directions. And so it'll, it says from home, from my home here in Avondale, it'll come back up. We can't find directions. Of course, the directions would probably include, an aircraft flight from the U.S. to Europe. The next thing I'm going to cover. I periodically think of these two couples. I have no idea where the other day. I haven't talked to these people in about 30 years. There was two married couples. Now, one wife liked to drink. Her husband liked to dance. Now, the other couple, the wife liked to dance and the husband liked to drink. So they would find a motel next to a bar. They'd drive up. They'd check in the motel. Sometime mid-afternoon, get just enough luggage for the overnight stay. They'd go to the bar. The one chick would dance with the other husband. I mean, it's work for them. I mean, it's something they enjoy doing. The one couple was sitting there drinking till they got pretty well past it, and the other couple was out the dance. The other two were kind of Bob and what was that movie? Pretty risque for its time. Bob and Carol, Ted and Alice. Where they did a little bit of spouse swapping there. That was mid-'60s, and that was pretty risque for the mid-'60s. But anyway, that's all I can think of right now. Bye-bye. Love y'all.